Have you ever wondered what Evernote would be like if you were just able to have a visual interface to it? Well, that's the whole plan behind Mohiomap, is that it takes Evernote and goes deeper and lets you apply a visual map filter to all your notes. Let's sit back, relax, let's have a look at Mohiomap for Evernote. Hey, it's Kevin. Now, today I want to talk about Mohiomap. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to show you the Evernote section of it, but you can also use it for Dropbox or for Google Drive as well. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here. I've got a little bit of a review prepared under Mohiomap, so let's go in and we'll just check it out. If you're not familiar with who I am, let me just give you a real quick idea. I'm going to hover over the About Kevin right here, and we'll open it up in Evernote online. I'm the author of Visual Productivity. It's a pretty cool ebook on visual mapping. I'm also the creator of the Xmind cheat sheet, which is also really awesome, I think. And I train people how to use visual maps. It's kind of a neat job. Anyway, that's me. Let's go in and let's talk about a couple of things I like about Mohiomap, some things that I think are frustration points, and then I'm going to give you my overall opinion. So let's get in, and I want to talk about a couple of things that I like about this. I'm going to go in here, hover over it, and I can either open it in my Evernote program or on the web. I'm just going to, for simplicity, I'm going to use the web application for Evernote. Now, what I like is that you can just drag and drop things around. One of the really cool things is that there's an in-graph search. This means that instead of when you do a search, it searches everything in Evernote, it's just searching particular things, which is pretty cool when you're working with the visual mapping look of things. The other thing I like is that you can drag and drop everything around. You can drag and drop to make new connections, to create connections, and I'm going to show you all that in about 1 second. So in order to activate the in-graph search, you can see right now I've got everything all over the place. But if I hover over Mohiomap Review, that's the one I'm talking about today with you, there's a little navigate button. I'm going to click on navigate, and that clears me all the clutter and just lets me focus in on that one particular task that I'm working on. Now if I want to go in, if I want to search for myself, I can look for Kevin, do a search, and boom, it only provides results that are relevant, that are ones that I have looked for. So what's great about this is it combines the visual aspect of using a visual map to see Evernote and try and hopefully cut through some of the clutter, but it also still allows you to use the powerful search that Evernote provides. So it's a neat way to combine a couple of different areas. The other feature I wanted to show you in Evernote is just how easy it is to drag and drop things. So let me go back to my Mohiomap review. I've got more things hanging around, but let's just say, for instance, I wanted to drop them into something else. I'm going to open my house file as well. Got a couple little things. Now what I can do is, let's say I want to drag the About Kevin into a different file. Now instead of grabbing this and trying to drag it, because you can do that but it's not going to move it, what you want to do is you want to see this little magical icon that's on the side and grab that, and if I drag it down, you can see now it's highlighted a lot of different things. I can move it down to my house, and when I hover over the house, first of all you can see that little dotted line. It says move to this notebook. Then it's as simple as letting go, and boom, it's added to that notebook now. Let me go in and talk about a couple of frustration points. I'm going to go just here, hit navigate, let's go back right into this. I'm going to talk about a couple of the frustration points, some things that just I'm not a huge fan of. I'm going to go into this, well, let's hit the web, open it up. Now one thing is that when you look at the tutorials, everyone says you can use this for everything. You can use Mohiomap for everything. And it says, first of all, create a new workbook, then add a bunch of notes, and then do this, and then do this, and this, and this, and this. In all honesty, I don't see Mohiomap being your everyday use visual mapping program. It's great for what it does, but I don't see it being the everyday one. It's just too much effort, and there's too much top-level clutter. Evernote only ever lets you go 2 levels deep. To give you an example, I did the same review when I was doing it on Xmind, and Xmind, it's kind of 5, it's kind of 7, it's kind of 9 levels deep to show you, give you an idea of how deep I actually went on this. Now, clearly, I don't usually go this deep. Partly I was doing it as a demonstration, but also partly sometimes you just need to go a little bit deeper. Something else I wanted to talk about is what's called the Relevance Feature. I'll show you in a second, but what it does is it just really ratchets down the time filter. It's more of a time filter than a relevance filter, because I really feel that sometimes something I thought about a year ago or 2 years ago might be more relevant than something I just wrote down yesterday. But what it does is it just lets you see only things that you've recently entered into Evernote. So let's go back. We'll have a quick look at this. I'm going to go to the home and head into Evernote. And you can see I've got a lot of things that I've opened up. And as I grab the relevance feature and I start scaling it back, things are going to start dropping off as I get nearer and nearer. You can see by the end there's nothing left. So I can see where you can say, oh, I just put it in here a week ago. And all of a sudden you ratchet it up. You can say, okay, what have I created a week ago? You can try and have a few ideas. I'm not sure. For me, I'm not feeling it quite yet, but maybe you can find a use for it. And if you can, hey, go ahead, leave me a comment and let me know how it's working out for you. Overall, here's what I think of Mohiomap. I think it really helps you see Evernote information more clearly than just by going in and having a look at the straight files. I think it's good at what it does, which is taking reams of information, taking a lot of information and just going over that first quick skim to try and find what's relevant, what's most relevant, and then letting you go in and get more done. Now, that being said, I think there's just too much work that has to go into a to-do list, and for me to recommend it productivity-wise for your daily use, it has to be faster, has to be a little simpler. But again, a lot of people use Evernote, and if you use Evernote and you want to get that quick skim and get the information and try and track things down, do a quick search, this may be exactly what you're looking for. So there you go. That's my take on Mohiomap, which is pretty much a skin on top of Evernote to look at it as in a visually mapped way. Hope you enjoyed the review. We'll talk soon. If you're interested in going deeper with visual maps, check out Visual Productivity. Just follow along as I walk you through business, personal, and learning topics step by step. Head over to yourmakingme.com to check it out.